How's it going, y'all? Welcome back to the channel and welcome to the first video under the new name, Gear 101. So in this video, I just want to talk to you about my current EDC setup. These videos are always popular. People like to see what other people are carrying, why they're carrying it, and that's what I want to do for you today. I want to show you what I'm carrying and let you know kind of my reasons behind that. Because honestly, this is probably the biggest change that I've made to my EDC in a long time. And most of that comes because I got a new job. So I've got a new job, I'm in a different setting, doing things differently than I used to do, so things had to change to accommodate that. So the first thing that I want to talk about is my most used item. It certainly is not my gun, thank goodness. Actually, my most used item is my flashlight. This thing gets used numerous times every day. You know, the job that I'm working now, I find myself using this thing so much, like literally hourly. This thing has been pretty good to me. This one is the Streamlight ProTac 1L1AA. So why do I want this one? Because it's got that 10 tap programmable business that Streamlight uses. So you got your like momentary on with like a half click. You can do one full click and it'll stay on and it's full power. And it's just simple, I guess, is what I like about it. I have no use for, you know, 3 different settings of brightness, or at least I haven't really found one yet. I like that I can just one click, I've got max power. I do have the strobe function on there. If like I'm in an emergency, like in a wreck or something, I need to flag somebody down, I guess that would be pretty helpful. But the other thing I really like about it is that it runs on one AA battery. I think that that's super important because everything takes AA's. I've always got AA's laying around. So if you do have a flashlight that takes random batteries, make sure you have some around. It's super important because once these things start to go down, they're down, like they go all at once. So this thing, the Streamlight ProTac 1L1AA running on one AA battery, it's amazing, and so far it hasn't let me down, and I've beat the crap out of it, honestly. So the next item in my EDC that I also use daily, sometimes more than my flashlight, sometimes not, but definitely daily, is this Kershaw spline knife. Now you all have seen this knife before. I've talked about it at length at times, but man, for like $30, $35, $40, depending on where you find it and what time of year, this thing's amazing. The steel is pretty darn good in it. It's held up really well. Like I said, this was one of the sharpest knives I've ever had out of the box. It's still super fast. The only thing that I've ran into is that if you put so much pressure backwards on the blade, it kind of gets stuck almost, and it's just kind of getting wore out, the springs are and stuff. But dude, for 35 bucks, this thing's held up really well. And like I said, still super smooth, still super fast. I'm loving this spline knife. Definitely gonna be getting a couple more of these because for that price, it just makes sense to have more than one. And like I said at the beginning of this video, my EDC has changed drastically, and you're probably thinking so far, well, nothing's really changed. It's the same stuff I've carried for going on 2 years now. Okay, so the firearm has definitely changed big time. The job that I have now is a whole lot of bending down, laying on your belly, laying on your back, working on stuff. So while you know, inside the waistband carry is pretty comfortable if you get the right gun and the right holster to fit you, it's still not as comfortable as other options. And I may catch some heat for this, but the gun that I'm actually carrying now is the Ruger LCP Custom. Now, so this thing, for one, it's the most comfortable gun I've ever carried because I'm carrying it in my pocket. I'm using an ultra cheap Tagua inside the pocket holster. The thing is fairly sticky though, and it seems to work. I mean, I honestly would rather have Kydex, but it does work. And really, when it's in your pocket with most jeans and shorts, like you can't see this thing at all. It hides really well. Over the LCP or an LCP2, I like the LCP Custom. I think it's got the best trigger. I wish it had a little bit more texture on the grip, but I honestly like it. It shoots really good, the trigger's good. It comes with the raised sight. You know, I'm accurate with it, and the more I shoot the 380 round, the more I feel like with the right loading and the right bullet, it's gonna get the job done most of the time. Now, when it's like dead of winter and you know people will be having like really thick coats on, maybe I'll change my mind as to what I wanna carry. But for right now, you know, everybody's wearing a t-shirt and it's like, I feel like this is more than enough. That's me, that's my personal opinion, and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna disagree with me, and that's totally fine. You know, carry whatever makes you comfortable and what you feel confident in. But for me, this thing, it's doing the job, you know. It's comfortable, it's not intrusive in any way. It's nothing for me when I get out of bed and get ready to go to work to stick this thing in my pocket and just go. Like it's not, you don't think twice about it. And if you have a job where you can outside the waistband carry or inside the waistband carry and you're just super comfortable, that's great. But if where I'm like rolling around on the ground and bending over constantly to do this and that, this is the most comfortable option for me. And it's still, in my opinion, gonna be effective. And you know, I'm confident and that's what matters to me. So do whatever makes you confident and whatever makes you feel content. Just be safe out there. You know, that's the main thing. That's the whole point of EDC, you know, being prepared for different situations. People's EDCs vary. Some people don't carry guns, some people don't carry flashlights, but the whole point of an everyday carry is you need to be prepared for the things that you're gonna encounter potentially every day. Now this one, obviously this is not something for every day. This is one of those ones that when that day comes, you're gonna be glad you have it. The knife and the flashlight, those are everyday things. So honestly, I would rather have a more intrusive flashlight and knife if that was the case. I mean, I think that the gun, it should be the least intrusive thing on you in my opinion. But anyway, you know, I may change my mind in a month, but as of right now, I'm going on 6 months carrying this the way I'm carrying it, and I couldn't be happier, to be honest with you. All right, so guys, I really appreciate y'all watching that video. If you like it, hit like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Going to be going a lot more gear oriented, a lot more gear reviews, whether it be rifles or handguns, archery, stuff like that. So that's what's going to be coming up on the channel in the next few months. Definitely subscribe. If you want to find me on social media, I'm on Instagram, Robinson_outdoors. I'm on the Go Wild app. If you haven't downloaded the Go Wild app, definitely do so. It's a great community of like-minded people. There's no post being taken down or reported because of, you know, blood or guns or this or that. I mean, it's a great place to kind of meet and talk to people and get information and share information that you have. So download Go Wild app if you haven't already. You can find me on Facebook, Robinson Outdoors. But until next time, y'all be safe.